Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here with a Saturday evening update and briefing on some of the key developments in the last 10 hours that are extremely historical. If you go to drudgereport.com, you can see that Obama is now going to Congress to get approval. He's seeking authorization for the Syria strike, something that he said he didn't need just a few days ago. So we're forcing him to follow the Constitution. That's a big victory. Crownhammer is calling it amateur hour. Absolutely. Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, who did negotiations with the Soviet Union before their collapse to get them to basically go in the direction of reform, did a story that we have on InfoWars where he said that it is the greatest diplomatic failure of the United States, in his opinion, in history. The United States is a laughingstock worldwide, but it's not really the United States that's a laughingstock. It's the globalists, the big mega banks that have hijacked our country, that are trying to bankrupt the nation, to collectivize it, to basically turn us into a permanent peasant class. They have egg all over their face. Look at that. Obama asked for approval to hit Syria. Letter to lawmakers lays out objective. Now, he did add the proviso that if Congress doesn't do what he wants, he's leaving the door open. Okay, so we've got that report that he's leaving the door open. But look, folks, the point is that everybody, not just here, but in England and in France, is saying we demand you follow the Congress or the parliaments. You do not just have a president go and launch wars on their own. That's Napoleon Bonaparte. That's Adolf Hitler. That's Joe Stalin. So people are really rediscovering the basic canons of liberty that put checks and balances on this. So Obama tried to spin it like, I've made the decision to hit them, but I'll get approval, like he's in charge. And he calls it his military. I mean, it's really creepy when you watch these speeches he's been giving the last few days. So he's trying to act like he's still in charge, but he's had his wings clipped. He's been slapped down. Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, told him it's a bad idea months ago on record. He spun it in his speech and said that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs had told him they were ready to go and that they could take him out and it was basically a good idea. That's a lie. And then he implies he changed his mind by taking a walk as if he actually runs something. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the big news. Whether it's Rand Paul, Ron Paul, or Pat Buchanan, they're all coming out and saying that this was clearly a false flag. There's videos of the rebels launching it. WorldNet Daily's covered it. InfoWars covered it. We hammered it 2.5 years ago that the West was injecting al-Qaeda into Syria and calling it a protest or activist when they were armed foreign rebels to destabilize. That's now mainstream news. And I'm not tooting our horn. I'm pointing out we were first. And then like a snowball, other people looked at it. And now the establishment basically has their pants down around their ankles. I mean, they have been caught wide open, hand in the cookie jar. This is a huge historical moment. And all week I've been telling you that before this happened. 9% approval rating for this war. Bush had 72 by the same polling service to have the Iraq situation. And he went to Congress. And that whole thing was a fraud, but not as naked as this is. Here's Pat Buchanan on the false flags on Newsmax TV.
What we should do here is, first, this thing reeks of a false flag operation. I would not understand or comprehend that Bashar al-Assad, no matter how bad a man he may be, would be so stupid as to order a chemical weapons attack on civilians in his own country, when the immediate consequence of which might be that he would be at war with the United States. So this...
Okay, boom. And Rand Paul, but all these other people. I mean, Hannity Friday night had a guest on talking about this. So this is a collapse of the false narrative. And I know it's horrible to have to admit that criminal elements of the government run al-Qaeda and are using them to take over the world and also take our liberties, so they can then pose and say, oh, we're taking your rights to protect you. I wish this wasn't going on. I don't like going up against killers like this. I don't like having to admit to myself my country's in this much danger. Why am I shooting a video Saturday night? Because I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out I've been proven right. I'm freaked out that These people are still in control because here's the big issue. What may they do now to divert everyone now that they've been exposed? I mean, we're at the point of maximum danger right now with this cornered rat because the globalists are so incredibly dangerous. Now, here's a video I put up 4 days ago. Did John Kerry orchestrate the chemical weapons attack in Syria? Why do I say that? The Congress hasn't been consulted. The Pentagon doesn't like what's happening. They're on record, just like Benghazi. It's the State Department running these covert operations. Okay? Just like Hillary was over Benghazi. We know the rebels staged it. There's video of them loading the missiles, bragging. They told an AP reporter that. Our media here is desperate to cover that up because they're basically state-run. But this stuff's leaking out because people have a conscience. And so I'm saying the prime suspect is the guy that runs the group that we know runs the rebels. I don't just say, did John Kerry orchestrate the chemical weapons attack in Syria, ? Lightly. These people are mobsters, folks. I'm risking my life doing this. But the truth must come first in all things. That's what my gut, my spirit, everything says has to happen. We didn't get any basic liberty in this country by being lied to and going along with the propaganda. We developed this republic by developing the basic ideas of liberty from history and then enforcing them. And it's time to go back to the constitutional republic. But please get these articles off Infowars.com. Please get the articles and get them out to everyone you know because history is happening right now. This is just an amazing victory that everything the globalists put out now is falling flat on its face. And more people are speaking out because the power structure cannot get us all, ladies and gentlemen. Not if we all start speaking out and realizing we've been lied to and realizing that giving up our liberty will not give us security. It will give us tyranny and oppression. Let's reawaken the spirit of liberty. Let's rediscover the spirit of 1776. Let's rediscover America. Let's rediscover the Magna Carta in England. Let's rediscover Western civilization and basic due process. And let's rediscover how tyrants use staged events and provocateur events or events they allow to happen to pose as our saviors and take our liberties. The fight's now going to the House and Senate, where they're going to have show trials and fake hearings like the dead baby incubator stories. But the good news is the public is turning against them and Congress is waking up because people realize we're all in grave danger letting the tyranny increase to this level. It's time for the pendulum to swing back in the other direction. We'll be covering this on the radio with the Sunday show, 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, and live updates. David Knight went in today to do live updates for all the TV viewers and folks from the studios. So again, please, ladies and gentlemen, get this information out. We're fighting as hard as we can for you. Please fight for us. Spread the word. We're all standing shoulder to shoulder. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Become a subscriber at prisonplanet.tv. Follow us at Twitter at Real Alex Jones. And understand we need your support and your prayers because we are the tip of the spear. If you're watching this transmission, you are the resistance.